Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Stalktober special event of the Heart of the Jakuls. As always, I'm your insightful host, Lothran, and we're so very close to the prize beneath the soil. I hope you'll stick with us to the end. Go fetch that snack on your mind. Steal the best spot in the whole house. Get real nice and cozy and listen raptly to Loyal Blood. No more! No more! Ito begged as he crawled away from Estraja. Please! He spat up dark purple blood, golden energetic ripples of lightning rolling over the arm he held up to keep his teacher at bay. Months of training, day in and day out, being beaten and torn asunder, only to be healed and put right back through the madness and grind all over again. If you keep crawling away, I might get the idea that you don't really like me. Estraja joked, falling to the stone floor like a sack of vegetables, but the floor was likely the one that felt the brunt of the impact. Ito fought to get back up to one knee. I'll never have your powers. Not ever. Is that what you think we've been doing all this time? Estraja took a minute, several in fact, actually, to laugh long and loud. That's why this is taking so long. You were holding out on me, soldier. Estraja pointed a menacing, waggling end of a finger his way, but relented with a smile, and waved the issue off like it was nothing of import to ever detect. I'm not trying to make you like me, I'm trying to challenge you enough so that you become more of the you you've always secretly wanted to be. Well, you didn't tell me that, Ito exclaimed while struggling to rise to his feet but failing miserably each time. He lacked the energy, the vital essence to heft himself up from the floor. You're not the only one I have to deal with. You all day and Igthior all night. I have no idea what he'll be when I get back to the room. I don't have any energy for it. If his shape-shifting bothers you so much, you can stay here for a time. You've earned it. Just ask, you know? Estraja began to sink through the solid floor, halting when only his neck was still exposed. Give me a sec, I gotta clean up the place. He disappeared. Estraja referred to the vibration that allowed him to slip through solid walls as flux. He said Arcturian taught it to him by accident, that the lesson changed everything, forever. The stone floor beneath Ito's feet evaporated just long enough for him to fall through and crack his leg painfully on a hard wood table below. Ah! Fuck my life! Ito clawed at his side, feeling the broken ribs beneath his skin. The impact with the floor had distracted him from his leg for just a second. The black lightning struck him right in the base of the spine. Estraja was always ready for the use of the vile healing technique of his. The truth is painful. Estraja laughed lightly as he walked to his bed and lay upon it. He charged a lantern that somehow lit the room with a black flame. So how do you feel about your progress? Estraja asked, pulling a book off the shelf to jot notes within it. Progress? You call this progress? All you do is beat me all day. Ito limped to a chair, barely able to sit comfortably. You're starting to form shapes when you deflect what you think are death blows. Estraja laughed about his comment. What am I supposed to be learning here again? I would go with how not to die. That's always what I go for. Estraja poured himself a drink, handing it to another version of himself that was suddenly beside Ito, pushing it into his face, while to take the drink from him. Maybe it's because all of the messed up stuff I went through as a child. Or sort of, anyway. But I always fought to become better. In my recovery, I could see others doing better than I, and I was always hungry for that improvement, to become more than I was. Last time I spoke to him, Igthior was very rough about me trusting you. That no part of you was any good. But I get the sense he wasn't talking specifically about you. Estraja poured piping hot gold liquid called Hectab for himself. I fought with Victorian for so long. All he did was prove how fully he was consumed by his own selfishness. Technically, I'm his son, or a brother or something. I didn't get the details. I have a lot of Zir blood, too. He fell into a seat, propping his feet up. Another version of himself cleaning up behind him. How exactly does that work? I read that, something Ichthior gave me, that Victorian couldn't even reproduce at all. Azir captured him for a brief time, very brief, a few seconds. Extracted a bit of his DNA. More like smeared it off on one of his hives, but same difference. It's normally difficult to reproduce, but I can't be cloned or copied at all, not officially anyone. There is a method, but it's wonky. So, where did you come from then? I was made in a hive. A mix of Arcturian, Avu, I've never discovered the name of, and the Zir that made me. Mostly the Zir, actually. The other stuff is just to keep me from falling apart if I don't constantly feed on energy. Which is actually how I defeated Arcturian. He's literally power-starved at all times. What was that like exactly, in the care of a Zir? I've read some stuff about them, but not really anything too specific. Ito sipped his Hectap, beginning to feel much better. Keep in mind I wasn't aware for all of it. There's 30,000 years of torment until Fildathwil took the hive from the Zir in question. Another 1,000 years or so until he and a select team spent time trying to free me from my prison. Again, I knew some of what was happening, but not all of it. But it was quite incredibly horrible. Wait, he gave you life, and then he kept you in a cage? No, you misunderstand. Zirs aren't male or female. They have no gender. Also, the Zir used a hive to make me, but my Arcturian substructure fused with the hive. I was stuck in it, but a part of it, and it decayed much faster than it should have. The energy production system was constantly rebuilding me and immolating all of my flesh. That sounds pretty fucked. That's the happy-go-lucky part of the cage. Straja laughed warmly, but didn't elaborate, finishing his tea to fling it over his shoulder. His second form caught it and cleaned it and put it away without a problem, vanishing after the task was complete. I don't want to know then, but why does Ichthior have it out for you? He thinks I'm some sort of plan from Arcturian. Dear old dad systematically killed off his entire sector, Ichthior's sector. Estraja sighed. I never based my decisions on who's related to who and all that crap. I choose to act as best as I can to help as many people as possible, as soon as possible. Solve as many problems as I can. That sort of thing. You seem a lot calmer. I'm almost impressed. This is how I get when I'm drunk on Hectap. It's pretty rough on our sort. This is alcoholic? Ito looked down at his tea, noting how it tasted better each time he put it to his lips. I feel pretty fine. Are you a lightweight? You understand so little. It's quite refreshing. The stronger your power, the harder Hectap hits you. Straja fell asleep on his couch, starting to snore like a train passing through the entire room periodically. I might have been better off with Ichthior. Ito caught the smile on Estraja's face, but he ignored it. And so it is. Our time together has once more come to an end. As always, I've been your intelligent host, Lothran, and this was Loyal Blood, a story right from the heart of the Jakuls. Now I must send you along the path, back the way you came, and to the safety you should seek. Go ahead, Korvoth. Guide them out properly.
A pleasant hello and a fond farewell to each and all. Please leave your comments, questions, and kindnesses down below. None of that awful, rude, or mean stuff, though. Keep it to yourself. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to help us learn, spread, and grow. Don't forget that we strongly encourage each and every one of you to do your absolute utmost to stay safe out there. Goodbye and good luck. You'll need it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.